everybody. Hey. Hi, replay people. I heart all of our replay people. Peekaboo. I heart you. There's a little corny side to me. Well, hi, everybody, and welcome to the Midday Moment as we give a moment for live people to join us. If it's your first time, I'm your host, Dr. Davina Jones. The Midday Moment is the place where we expect great things. Yes. And we expect great things not because we ignore the questions of our day, not because we ignore the challenges of our day. We expect great things because we recognize that we're both fully human and fully divine. In our fully human selves, we got stuff, y'all. We got stuffs. Out of the heart flows the issues of life. So we got some stuff in our fully human selves. And in our divine selves, we've got answers to all of the stuffs. And so the Midday Moment is designed to help you tap into your divine. Absolutely. God can do exceeding abundantly above all that we ask or think. And it's according to the power that works in us. We're so accustomed to looking to an external expression of God. Everything starts within. The kingdom is not with outward observation. It is within. And so the Midday Moment is designed to help you tap within, to help you tap into your divine. Yes? All right. Come on, y'all. Let's get started. We're going to sing a little bit per our custom. Come on, y'all. It's time for the Midday Moment. I missed y'all yesterday. I'm so sorry. Whoa. Things were interesting yesterday. It's time for the Midday Moment. Oh, whoa, it's time. I heart you too. I heart you too, beautiful. I'm expecting great things. Come on, y'all. I'm expecting great things. Ooh. I'm expecting great things. I'm expecting great things. Yes. And where are you expecting in my life? Yeah. I'm expecting great things in my home. My home is my sanctuary. I'm expecting great things, yeah. All around. I'm expecting great things. Thank you, Elaine. I miss you. Eyes may not see, but I choose to believe. Eyes may not see, but I choose to believe. You may not see, but I choose to believe. Sometimes I may not see, but I choose to believe. I believe in great things. Yay! Everybody say thank you, theme song. Thank you, theme song. And theme song says, you are quite welcome. That's our theme song, y'all. From the beginning of the Midday Moment, kind of like in the beginning, I started going cold turkey in the backyard with no hair. No hair. My hair was in my natural curls with two ponytails. That's like my at-home hair. I put my hair in two ponytails, like Mickey Mouse, and and it's very comfortable and convenient for me. So when we started the Midday Moment, I was in the backyard with the kids just trying to encourage people through the start of the pandemic. And we just kind of kept it going. So our beginnings were all natural and all natural. Well, here we are. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm being a little chatty because I missed y'all yesterday, but I set my phone alarm today. I had some meetings yesterday, and they just kind of ran into the Midday Moment. I didn't get a chance to come in and be with you, but I was a bit more intentional and protective today. And so I set an alarm and was able to govern myself a little better. So I'm back with you today. So the Midday Moment is not by itself. We are part of a larger network called Kingdom, and we have a full menu of Kingdom inspirations. They include the daily download on Facebook with Dr. Pulley. So we invite you to share in the daily download Monday through Saturday, 6:30 in the morning. It also includes prayer and praise with Elder Katrina Johnson Smith. Again, we have a flyer that we generally post from time to time here, and we'll post that again because you can call in for that. So you can drive in safely, driving into work, you just call and you listen in, and you can participate in those in that menu inspiration as well. And that's on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And we have Elder Renato Casares that publishes in Facebook beautiful imagery and depictions of various kingdom inspirations. So we invite you to participate in that as well. All right. So we've been reading. We've been taking our time, not rushing through, but taking our time to read through. It's just that simple. And so we're sticking with it. And this is based on the premise that very often we make it easy for people to come into our faith experience, but then we make it challenging and difficult for them to have the faith experience. And so our version of Christianity is called Kingdom. And we don't beat down and ridicule other versions. You got to do what works for you. Okay. So we're not that group. We're not that people. Yes, we love what we do because it works for us. We enjoy it. We embrace it wholeheartedly. And yet we say, do what works for you. Okay. And so this works for us. And it's just that simple premise means that not only do we cordially invite you into the faith, but to experience it. It's simple. We learn to love God, embrace God, the everywhere evenly present spirit of absolute good. And we shared with you on last week that we absolutely embrace the everywhere evenly present spirit of absolute good, that good is always present. And when it seems as if it is not present, you have to do what is shown to us in Genesis. You have to call it forth, right? You have to create order. You have to decipher order in the midst of that chaos. Let there be. Come on, light. Come on, light. Let there be light. And so we are created beings and we have the power to create. And so we love God as the origin of that creation, as the origin, as our origin of as created beings. And one way, the ultimate way to define that beginning is love. And so it's just that simple means that we love God. We learn to love ourselves as a manifestation of God. And we learn to share this love with each other and to see each other in that same way. Now, it doesn't mean that we don't hold each other accountable sometimes, okay? But you can do it in love. You can hold people accountable without killing them. You can hold people accountable without destroying them. There's a way to do it, all right? And so we study all of those paths. Now, where we have been more specifically is spending time with the middle of this plan. So the beginning of this plan is I love God, or that's the part one of the plan. Okay. Beginning is God. And so we love God. So we spend some time really massaging what that means and dealing with sometimes our perspective of God. You know, some of us grew up with an angry God. It's hard to love an angry God. And so we created some time and some thought space for us to re-engage the definition of God. And now we're sitting in the middle of the it's just that simple, what it means to love yourself. And so we've been looking at different nuances of what it means to love yourself. Okay. And so we're right in the middle of the line. Line. We're reading right in the middle of the line. Line. It's an acronym. In order to love yourself, you have to know yourself. And a part of knowing yourself and accepting yourself is to know your line. Line. L, your limitations. I, your issues, the identified situations that are stretching you effectively. Lin, to know your needs. We have needs. We are humans. Yes, you do. And to know your expertise, your areas of expertise. Okay. And so we've been studying these various notions of the line, the Line. Okay. And so we are on now the E, knowing your expertise. We are on the E. I'm in midday moment. Y'all gotta call me back. I'm going to turn my phone off. And so we are on expertise in that line, Line. We are on expertise. So, in order for you to work through what it means to love yourself, it's important that you know yourself. And a part of knowing yourself is also to survey your expertise. So, Jones Jewel number one, I'm going with S's. S's are very popular for me for some reason. Okay. So, I'm going with S's. Jones Jewel number one. First S, sing. What's my point? Everybody can. Y'all remember American Idol? You remember how many people auditioned for American Idol because their mama told them that they could sing? Some things, no matter how much you enjoy it, it may not be your area of expertise. So the first S is sing. Everybody can. And there are people that sing circles around me. And it's cool. I've learned to deal with that. Because I've learned that for me, it's not even a competition. But everybody can. And so we see all these people that used to audition for American Idol because their mama told them to sing. Well, honey, sometimes your mama tell you stuff. Okay. And as mamas, we got to learn to encourage our kids without lying to them. I'm helping to raise my 10-year-old niece. And let me tell you, we have signed her up for some activities that it was not her expertise. Now, it was clear to me in the beginning, but we gave her room to come to that conclusion without, destroying, all of her sense of discovery. So we didn't just come out the gate and say, you can't do XYZ, but we didn't come out the gate and say, ooh, you are fantastic at this. You ought to go to the Olympics for gym because you are just extraordinary in gymnastics. We did not lie. So sometimes as mommies, we've told you stuff and it wasn't true. So the first S is sing. Know what you can't do. Be honest about it. That's not my expertise. Just know it. Okay? It's not my expertise. I'm telling y'all right now, technology is not I had a whole tutorial to do this. Okay? Technology is not my expertise. Okay? Some things it's not my decorating is not necessarily my expertise. Now I can make something look, I can make something go now. I can make something go. But don't hire me. I'm not giving you a business card talking about I'm going to plan your event and decorate your event. No, because I'm okay with understanding that that is not my expertise. All right. So the first S is sing. Everybody can, and that's okay. All right. The second S is simple. This is the second Jones Jewel. Simple. Pay attention, people, to what is simple for you. Because very often, what is simple for you is not simple for somebody else. And what is simple starts to help you discover what you are an expert at. And it doesn't mean that you don't benefit from training. Even though you can sing, you can still take vocal lessons. Even though you can sing, you still have practice and you can tutor or be mentored and be coached by other people that have other skill sets in that area. Yet, when it is something that you do very simply, that is a signal. That's a signal that may very well be an area of expertise for you. And it's important that you embrace what is an expertise for you and just, enjoy from a distance what is not. Okay. And so you pay attention to little things. And so some of you might not know this about me, but organizing is very simple for me. Organizing is simple for me. I do not struggle with organizing. I do not struggle with organizing. I'm not saying that myself. I'm just saying I recognize that as a grace in my life. And there are other people that organizing, it is a challenge for them. And I don't look at them out of judgment. I humbly recognize it's a grace for me, and I offer what I can or what they are willing to receive. But organizing, and it goes hand in hand with an apostolic grace of governing. So organizing, and there are different, different measures of organizing and different ways of doing it. Okay. So I'm not saying that everybody that operates in the same fivefold grace has the same exact measure or method. All right. But organizing is very simple for me. So I'm going to show y'all something. So for example, now this doesn't look very organized. Okay. This is 20 years old. This is 20 years old. But this was an outline of my dissertation when I was preparing, when I was completing my doctoral studies. This is an outline of my dissertation. And this was at the beginning of everybody having a computer. In fact, we didn't all have computers. I remember checking out one of those little Macintosh apples from the library at Bowling Green State. But this is a very thorough and comprehensive outline of my dissertation. And it's been through some stuff now, so it's not in order. But this was my GPS. When I tell you this was an outline, I mean this was an outline. So that I went several months. Most of you know that in that process, after you complete your classwork, you generally have sometimes a year. The college may give you actually up to like 7 years. So, but I had a year as a student, an active student, while working to complete my dissertation. And I went months, didn't write a thing. I did this and I put it on the shelf. I did this GPS, this outline, and I put that bad boy on the shelf in the year of 2000. Might have been fall, yeah, maybe January of 2000, fall 99 or spring 2000. Did the outline, put it on the shelf. Didn't write for months, which is not the suggested plan. But my organization is so tight. I'm just going to tell you, I'm so graced and so gifted with organization. So months later, I got a call from my chair that said, "Hey, Davina, I don't have any," well, he called me Jones. "Hey, Jones, I don't have any chapters. I need some chapters." I said, "Oh, Lord, it's time." So I took a week's vacation and I went home. And in 1 week and then one extra day, I wrote my entire dissertation, 120 pages, because I have a graceful organization. And all I did was, after I got my little self together, I opened this notebook and I started to type. And I did it in 1 week and one day. There you go. Happy PhD to me. All right. Most people don't do that, but that's a grace. So I recognize that. So I'm humble about it. And I share the gift of organization with others that I mentor or others that are just willing to allow me to share, impart from that. All right. Number 3, last one, we got to go. So Jones rule number 1 is sing. When we talk about expertise, know what you can't do. Everybody can't sing. Number 2, know what's simple for you. Organizing is very simple for me. Okay. And then number 3, as you embrace your expertise, it builds your self-awareness. Yes. And that self-awareness builds your self-acceptance. Yes. Which eventually
Powering
builds
off.
your, thank you, which eventually builds your self-esteem. Yes. And so what is up next for us? Today is Tuesday. Tomorrow, we're going to now go further into the self-acceptance. Everything about line, Line, it really helps you to learn yourself, know yourself, self-awareness, and self-knowledge. What we went through with Maslow's hierarchy of needs, it's important that you know that you are encouraged about your basic needs, okay? And that you are encouraged about what was in the middle. Your basic needs were first, and then in the middle, your self-esteem, okay? Accepting, really giving approval to yourself, and then self-actualization. That's what's at the top there. And so as we work through the line, as we work through the hierarchy of needs, it's all designed to help you solidify for yourself self-awareness, self-knowledge. And tomorrow, we're now going to massage self-acceptance. And all together, that's going to help you build self-esteem. All right, time to go. I love y'all. Yay! I think I went in a little long today, y'all. Okay, we got to go. I respect that for many of you, this is your lunch time. It's my break as well. And so thank you for sharing your break with me. Like and share. Don't be stingy. All right. We enjoy our time together. And thank you so much for letting me share with you. All right. I'll check you out tomorrow. I'll be back with you then. Take care, everybody. God bless you. And God be you.